Today is March 13th, 2026. We're on the roof of the Reynoso family in Glendale, Arizona, where we're going to be doing a repairability assessment on that wind creased and damaged 3-tab shingle. We have it marked out in X. I also have some of the surrounding shingles marked out and numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All of those shingles directly tie into the shingle we'll be removing and reinserting. The tools I'll be using today to facilitate the repair are a magnetic roofing hammer, flat bar, the recommended roofing snake, 1.25" per code roofing nails, and a putty knife, soft nosed. What I want to do first, make sure you guys can view the work that takes place. Probably have to stand over there, side to side. There we go. All right, what we have here is we have a 3-tab shingle. The shingle starts here, the shingle ends here. What I need to do first is make sure that it's completely separated from the material that bonds it to books 5 and 6. I'm going to start with my roofing snake and see if we can get these pried up. All right, I can feel underneath here that we have some mat transfer. I know that this roofing snake's not going to work for this, so I'm going to move on to the soft nosed putty knife. I'll start right here. In Arizona, these books just kind of mat together. You just got to go slow. Work your up. There we go. Not trying to rip or tear anything. Feel under here. There we go. Feel under here for any mat transfer. Looks like we're doing pretty well. Now this one has been flopping in the wind. It's already loose. We have some mat transfer on the bottom. It's torn into this shingle a little bit. Now what I need to do is the same things for books 1 and 2. They are adhered to the shingle book that we will be removing. So start right over here on one side. Just work my way across. We've got a little bit of mat transfer going on here. Come get a close up of this. We see here that there's an area of mat transfer on the bottom of our shingle that we'll be removing, which means that the material is also on the bottom of this shingle as well. We'll mark that out with our chalk. Let me look at the chalk real quick.
Right there on the bottom.
We're going to mark it out in blue. We know that the mat transfer is here. We'll mark it out as MT. Boom. And boom. That one's done pretty good. Oh, we have some mat transfer here as well. If you zoom in over here, Sebastian, you can see this area right here where we see that the glue has come up. We could probably see underneath the shingle as well. This glob right here is mat transfer. So we'll mark this one as well as being mat transferred. So now we know that this material came off of book 4. So we have mat transfer here. We have mat transfer from book 4 onto book 2. Now what I want to do is remove the shingle from the decking. I'm going to use my flat bar to do that. What we need to do is get the nails popped up to a place where we can remove them. from the system. Just work my way across. All right, we do have our shingle book removed. Throw that nail off to the side. Now I'm going to do an inspection of the underlayment to make sure that we have a clean and clear surface for a reinsertion. So start, oh, that's not good. What we have there is at least one more layer of shingles that are underneath this, which is going to make a reinsertion very difficult. We see here that we got to remove a nail. Now there's a nail hole through this book of shingles. We're not going to be able to secure that. We'll get that moved out of the way. We have another nail here that prevents us from reinsertion. I'm going to go ahead and document this up here, that the system is on 2 layers of shingle with a DL double layer. Now I'm going to take my shingle book. I'm going to line it back up into place. We run into a large problem when reinserting shingles. This layer of shingles was driven with a nail gun. It was shot through the double layer. The pressure of shooting a nail can go through that double layer and go into the substrate, into the decking, and give this an appropriate grip. We don't have the ability to do that during repairs because a nail gun would require me to lift this more than 45 degrees to get a nail gun in there. I have to hand drive them with either a roofing snake or a hammer, which is not going to adhere this shingle book to the decking as solidly as we would definitely recommend it and call for. But I'll continue forward. What I want to do first is get my shingle book back into place. Just lift that down there. Get my shingle book back into place where it was. I have the shingle book back, reinserted into place. Like I spoke about earlier, we use the roofing snake so that we don't have to lift books 1 and 2 more than necessary to get an appropriate nail strike. However, it's not going to drive this 1¼ inch nail down in a manner that would secure roofing repairs for longevity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on one end of the shingle. I'm going to make sure that my nail is in the nail strip, that we have a straight line up. And drive it in. The roofing snake has a lip on it. Doesn't drive the nail in all the way. What I'm going to do is set the roofing snake on top and try to drive it down further. Now I'm going to scoot over to the middle with another nail. Go right here, make sure that we're in the nail strip. Straight, we are. Now I'm going to go all the way over here. All right, we have the shingle book back in place. However, with the double layer, I can see that a handful of things have transpired. Zoom in right here. First of all, we see a crease of granule loss. This is on book number 1. Here as well. Because of the condition of these shingles being on a double layer, they're not necessarily repairable. So I'm going to go through and do an assessment on exactly what's happened. We have creasing, mark that with a C, here and here on book 1. We also have mat transfer on book 1. We're going to strike that as a failed shingle. Book 2 has experienced mat transfer from book 4, which automatically those need to be repaired as well. Striking book 2, striking book 4. We look over here at book 3. It's done pretty well, maintained its integrity. Book 5 has done well. We do see a chip here from the roofing snake. This would be a shingle that we would insert brand new, and now it would be damaged as well. So we're going to strike our reinserted book as a fail. And book 6 has done well. So we have 1 failed shingle, 2 failed shingles, 3 failed shingles, all from this repair. That's likely due to the double layer. Because of the current condition of this roof, I deem this roof irreparable.